right, let's jump to the hate list. Headlined by a guy who's been frustrating for fantasy managers all year long. That is Kenneth Walker, KW3, who gets a very tough matchup against the Rams, Matthew.
If I said to America, I said, I want you to start every top 40 running back this week, you still would not start Ken Walker. Since week 5, he's running back 41 in fantasy points per game. He's had single-digit fantasy points in every game during that stretch. He's averaging about 1.3 target per game. So he's not involved in the passing game. And I don't like this matchup against the Rams. LA allows the fewest fantasy points per game to running backs, the 5th fewest rushing yards. So Ken Walker, who isn't involved in the passing game, doesn't get a ton of touchdown work because they seem to like Charbonnet when they get in close. He's in a committee on a pass-first team, thanks to Sam Darnold and JSN. Again, I'm at running back 27 this week. We talked about him on the Wednesday show, I guess yesterday, actually.
Yeah,
we closed it out. We said we were going to close it out on Ken Walker, so he also makes the hate list.
Yep. No, I think that makes a lot of sense. And as much as the Seahawks, their pass rate over expectation isn't super high, but this is an explosive passing team at the moment. Question from Ved, KW3 or Aaron Jones this week?
I think it's Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones. I'm with you right there, Matthew. Aaron Jones, man, he's been the Vikings running back that you would want since he's come back. Jordan Mason, more touchdown dependent. Aaron Jones, more so could get you those reception points.
Yep, favorable matchup against the Bears. Run defense, Vikings 3-point favorites in that one. My addition to the hate list, your running backs, the Washington Commanders running backs. There's a little bit of health concerns around Cris Rodriguez, but regardless of who's getting the carries, the Miami Dolphins, this is one of the strangest little subplots in the NFL season. The Dolphins are like the worst rush defense in the league.
Yep.
And then they started playing Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, James Cook, Quinshon Judkins over those 4 weeks. Yeah. The #1 rush defense in the NFL. Yeah. So I don't understand it, but I think we just have to accept it that none of those teams could get anything going on the ground.
And by the way, they got rid of their best defensive end, too, and Jalen Phillips. He's over there at the Eagles now, so there you go.
That's right.
Yep, very peculiar, but I don't want, no part of those Washington running backs were in the matchup in Madrid, and also just the uncertainty around usage.
Yeah. A lot of people think that it's, Chris Greer. By firing Chris Greer, that improved their run defense.
Okay, yeah.
That's something to think about.
There you go.
Their general manager.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Kenneth Grant got less bad. They brought in guys coming off injuries there, getting healthier. Very strange, but it has to be taken at face value. All right, Breece Hall tonight. Lawrence gets a very difficult matchup against the Pats' elite rush defense.
Yeah, shout out to Breece Hall because he really been like a one-man wrecking crew on the Jets offense. In each of his last 2 games, he has 133 and 83 yards rushing. But now going against this top-ranked New England run defense, they allowed the 4th fewest points in fantasy to running backs. However, they have allowed the most receptions to running backs this season. So if he's to get anything, that'll probably be his avenue. No running back has ran for more than 53 yards versus this Patriots defense. And some of those guys on that list, Devon Achane, James Cook, Quinshon Judkins, Bijan Robinson. So with that anemic offense, they can't throw, they can't breathe, they can't do nothing. They could run, but I don't know about that tonight for Breece Hall.
Question from Michael, Woody Marks or Breece Hall this weekend? Can't believe I'm even asking.
Still would be Breece Hall.
I agree with that. I mean, I have them really close to each other. I have Breece Hall just barely above Woody Marks, but I do think because no Garrett Wilson for the game tonight, I do think Breece Hall might literally be their passing attack. Might be their entire offense, honestly. Maybe you'll see some Mason Taylor. We still don't know who the quarterback is going to be. I suspect it'll be Justin Fields. But yes, Aaron Glenn playing tricks with us.
Yes, playing
tricky Aaron Glenn.
Playing checkers while everyone else is playing chess.
It's unbelievable. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.